The woman accused of targeting foreign residents in Jalisco, allegedly seducing, drugging, and robbing them, has been sentenced to more than 37 years in prison for the disappearance of a retired American living in Ajijic. Aurora Phelps was sentenced to 37 years and 6 months in prison for the disappearance of Robert, a retired U.S. citizen who lived in Ajijic. According to the Jalisco State Prosecutor's Office, the crime occurred in 2021. Investigators determined that the victim was taken to the neighboring state of Nayarit in his own vehicle and has not been seen since. Authorities say Phelps allegedly developed relationships with foreign nationals before drugging them and stealing their belongings. Phelps was arrested in Jalisco, and in addition to the charges she faced in Mexico, is also wanted in the United States, where she faces 21 federal charges. She is currently serving her sentence at the Puente Grande State Prison Complex. Once she completes her prison term in Mexico, U.S. authorities have an active extradition request, so she can face charges in the United States. This is Itlali Silva, and this is your weekly roundup from Lakeside News. A police cruiser responding to an emergency call collided with a private vehicle in Ajijic, injuring an officer and temporarily shutting down the Chapala-Jocotepec highway. An officer was injured, property damage was reported, and traffic was temporarily halted following a crash on the evening of June 17 near La Floresta in Ajijic. The accident involved a Chapala Police Department patrol vehicle and a pickup truck driven by a U.S. citizen. According to traffic authorities, the patrol unit was responding to an emergency and was operating with its lights and sirens activated. Preliminary reports indicate the pickup truck was traveling ahead of the patrol vehicle when the collision occurred. Authorities are continuing the investigation to determine the exact cause of the crash. Following the incident, the private vehicle was impounded with the consent of those involved. The patrol vehicle was taken to the Chapala Police Department for safekeeping. An ornamental fountain in Ajijic's main plaza? The idea has sparked debate among residents of the Pueblo Mágico. A social media post by the Ajijic delegation seeking public feedback generated mixed reactions regarding the possibility of installing an ornamental fountain in the town's of Central Plaza. The proposal, presented as a public opinion exercise, received both support and criticism from residents and community members online. Some commenters argued that a fountain could enhance the appearance of downtown Ajijic, while others said there are more pressing community needs that should be addressed first. Local officials clarified that the fountain is not a formal project and has not been scheduled for construction. They explained that the post was simply intended to gauge public opinion about an idea proposed by a community member. Who paid for Chapala's floating soccer field? Municipal officials say that the nearly 14 million peso investment came from the state of Jalisco, not from city funds. The Jalisco state government allocated nearly 14 million pesos for public spaces and activities related to the FIFA World Cup in Chapala and Ajijic. The Chapala City Council issued a clarification after social media posts claimed that the municipality had spent approximately 15 million pesos solely on the floating soccer field installed on Lake Chapala. Officials emphasized that the funding did not come from municipal budget. They also noted that the state investment covers much more than the floating field, including public viewing areas for World Cup matches and various related events scheduled in Chapala and Ajijic. Chapala and Ajijic were selected as key locations in the state's Jalisco 2026, the most Mexican host initiative, because of their tourism appeal, infrastructure, connectivity, and international visibility. The Lake Chapala area turned green as fans celebrated Mexico's second victory of the World Cup. Hundreds of fans gathered in Chapala at a public viewing area organized by local authorities to watch Mexico defeat South Korea 1-0 at Guadalajara Stadium. In Ajijic, residents and visitors watched the match on a giant screen installed along the Malecon, where many wore Mexico's national colors and celebrated the victory. The win created an energetic atmosphere, as fans enthusiastically supported the Mexican national team throughout the match. With the victory, excitement continues to build among soccer fans in Chapala and Ajijic, who are hopeful that Mexico will make a deep run in the tournament. This was your weekly roundup from Lakeside News. Remember to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.